Every time we met, he approached with a soft smile and a beautiful, fresh bouquet. Always the prettiest, designer, the most fragrant. We met again, briefly, by design. There was no anticipation anxiety, just a quiet knowing that the moment would be enough because it always was. He arrived the same way he always did, unannounced, unhurried, like time bent slightly around him instead of the other way around. I smiled before I realized he was smiling. Unconsciously, the usual bouquet in tow, I inhaled him before partaking in the beauty of my gift. We talked, but what we said isn't important here. Not the words, not the topics. It was the effect of the conversation that stayed with me. The way his voice never competed with mine. The way I didn't feel the need to edit myself mid sentence. The way laughter came easily without explanation, without performance. I wasn't trying to be charming. I wasn't trying to be impressive. I didn't have to try to be anything. I was just present, and that was freeing. I noticed how relaxed my body felt just sitting across from him, how my hands rested instead of fidgeting, how my breathing stayed slow, even, natural. There was no tension in my chest, no alertness in my spine, just ease. And that ease was intoxicating, not because it was exciting, but because it was safe. We ended the same way we always did, clean, simple. He looked at me when it was time to part and said something ordinary, something small, something that carried weight because he never wasted words. I felt it land, not like a spark, like warmth, the kind that spreads quietly, comfortable, not flaring up. When he walked away, I felt fullness. That's how I knew this was different because desire usually leaves you wanting more. This left me settled inside myself, not because I had less, but because I had exactly enough. Later, alone, I replayed the experience. Nothing specific, no sentences or expressions, just the feeling, the energy exchange, the way his presence had softened me without undoing me, the way I had laughed without calculating how it sounded, the way I shared without feeling exposed. I realized something then. I wasn't opening up because I wanted connection. I was opening up because connection already existed. That's what people get wrong about love. They think it's something you chase, something you build, something you convince yourself into. But this was something I recognized and responded to instinctively. I caught myself smiling again, alone this time, not giddy or foolish, just warm. I wasn't thinking about where this was going. I wasn't projecting futures or measuring outcomes. I didn't need to. Desire wasn't pulling me forward, it was anchoring me here in the calm, in the laughter, in the ease of being myself without restraints or effort. I realized I wasn't afraid of love anymore, not because I trusted him completely, not because I had answers, but because love didn't feel like danger in his presence. It felt like rest. To be honest, that scared me more than passion ever had because rest invites you to stay, and I wasn't sure how long I wanted to linger in something this gentle, this intentional, this quietly consuming. It wasn't asking anything of me. It was simply inviting me to be, and I was already there, lost, not in him, but in the peace he brought with him.